Hello and welcome. Tonight we're going to do an eyeshadow look on my hooded eyes using my all-time favorite eyeshadow palette, the iconic Tom Ford Eye Color Quad in the shade Honeymoon. I have had this palette for I think 7 or 8 years now, so she's been through a lot. She is definitely expired, but I really miss using this eyeshadow palette, so we're going to do an eyeshadow look together. You can hear the creaking noise. Like I said, she is old. So let's start with some swatches, and by the way, this palette is wet or dry. If you wet it first, you get a more intense pigment. And these shades still feel super buttery. I'm really surprised. Such a nice metallic gold and a nice bronze. I'm so glad these eyeshadows still feel luxurious. This color story is everything to me. Like I said, this is my all-time favorite palette. I know I say a lot of palettes are in my favorites, but this is number one. When I was linking this for the description, I saw Sephora was selling it, I think half off. It was $45, I think, and I'm so sad that I missed it. Of course, it's sold out, but hopefully it performs just as well as it used to. But we have a very dark plum. It has like a subtle sheen to it. It's not sparkly. Then we have a shimmery burgundy, a metallic bronze, and a metallic gold. And like I said, you can use them wet or dry. If you use it wet, you'll get more pigments. And I think when I got this like 7 or 8 years ago, I was working at Saks Fifth Avenue, and I think the retail price was $76. It has gone up since then and has probably been reformulated, but I'm not totally sure. I haven't been able to afford a new one, so one day we'll test it out. So let's do an eyeshadow look. I did already line my waterline and tight line. I also put a little bit of eye base. So I'm going to take a rougher 15. I'm going to go into the plum. Just going to focus this on the ends and right above the crease. And from what I remember, this is one of the best eyeshadow formulas I have ever used. They just basically blend themselves. And Tom Ford is, of course, a luxury beauty brand. And if you're unfamiliar with luxury beauty, most of the time the products are more subtle and buildable compared to I don't want to say like lower end brands, but I can't think of the word because they are primarily geared towards a more mature clientele. And I really do love that. So from the packaging and just the application, everything just feels luxurious. I am shocked that these are still performing really well. That just blended out with literally no effort. Whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to take on the lower lash. same thing on the other eye. Just focusing it on the end. Above the crease. So I will be going back home to Louisiana next week for the holidays. I have horrible travel anxiety. But fair warning, I probably will not have a video for next week and maybe the week after. I'm gonna try, but every time I say I'm gonna try, I never do it, so. I might try to go live or something while I'm there. Also, my car was making really weird noises and the engine was just kind of giving out, so I took it to the shop and I'm so sad, but they said it's the end of my car. I love my car so much. It's a little Mini Cooper convertible. I drove here to California in it from Louisiana with my cat. And she has had problems since. So I knew this day was coming, but it's finally here and I'm really upset and stressed because I have to buy a new car. I really wish I could get another Mini, but I don't think I'll be able to afford it unless I can find one that's not too expensive at the car auctions. So fingers crossed. But yeah, it's been a stressful time. Now I'm going to take that same shade on a Refer 26. And take it on the lower lash. This deep purple just really brings out the green in my hazel eyes. Now I'm going to take a Refer 02, but I'm going to wet it first. Then we're going to go into the burgundy. I have to be really careful with that shade. As you can see, it's broken. Place that on the kind of the outer third into the center. And I'm just going to take it on my finger. Tap that on top. Take that Refer 15 with nothing on it. Just blend the edges. I'm going to go back into the purple. Just add a bit more at the outer end. I'm going to take the gold. Use that as a brow bone highlight. I'm really shocked that this is still performing so well. Stick some in the inner corner. Now I'm going to take the bronze on a Refer 02. Place that in the inner corner, or I guess I should say the inner half of the lid. Now I'm going to take it on my finger, just go back over it. Like, how gorgeous are these colors? Now I'm going to take that Refer 26, going to wet it and go into the gold. Stick that right in the inner corner. Bring it up just a little bit. Like, I really can't believe it's still performing this well. So gorgeous. I will never get over this palette. I really need to get a new one day. Whatever's left on the brush, take it on the lower lash. A little more. It's just so gorgeous. Like I said, everything about this palette, just love it. Just put a little on the Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to take a Sephora Pro Liner 22 eyeliner brush. Go into the purple. Gonna just define inner corner. Just gonna take it really close to the lash line. Alright. I'm gonna line my waterline again. Just really quickly. This is the NYX eye pencil in black brown. Curl my lashes also. Finish up with mascara. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic. highlight and that is the look using the iconic Tom Ford Honeymoon eyeshadow palettes. What do we think? I cannot believe how well this eyeshadow palette still performs like 7 or 8 years later. I just think this is one of the most gorgeous eyeshadow palettes ever made. I really don't think I've ever used an eyeshadow that blends as easily as these do. Do I think it's worth the crazy price tag? I think that depends on who you are and what you value in your makeup products. Of course, no one needs an eyeshadow palette that's $95, but it really does feel like a treat every time I use it. Like I said, one day I will get a new one. Hopefully the formula did not change too much because Tom Ford has some of the best formulas with these wet or dry eyeshadows. They're just so buttery and luxurious and easy to work with. But yeah, comment and let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried Tom Ford Beauty and what your thoughts are. When I worked at Saks, Tom Ford was my favorite beauty counter, but since then I've not been able to purchase anything, so this thing keeps squeaking every time I talk. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little notification bell. I hope you have a great holiday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.